Okay, Math 5, here we go. We're going to do, this is week 3, and we're going to do quiz 1 and 2 in getting ready for multiplication and division with whole numbers and decimals, and quiz 1 and 2 for multiplying and dividing fractions. So a lot to do today, but no pressure. Just gonna, hey, and a lot of the stuff we already know, right? So let's look at this, 97 times 2. So we're just going to multiply the 2 times 7, which is 14. Carry the 1. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19. Hopefully everybody thought that is something I already know. It's supposed to be something you already know. Double digit multiplication. Okay. I like to put the bigger number on top, although it's not necessary. And okay, so we do the ones digit of the bottom first. Okay, so 6 times 3 is 18. 8 down here, 1 up here. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 1 is 43. So I write 43 right there. Now we're going to do the tens place. So we need to put a 0 in the ones place, because when we're multiplying by tens, there's not going to be, any ones. The lowest thing that it could be is 10. 6 times 3 is 18. Again with the 1. 6 times 7 is 42. Plus 1 is 43. Okay, so now we add those two together. So that's going to be 8, 11, put a 1 up there, 5, and that's 8. Bring down the 4. So that's our answer, 4,818. Not bad. Okay, so see if you can find Joris's mistake. Area of each rectangle. Maybe we should do it. So you could do this one based on what we did. Just multiply them all by 4. But another way you could think of it is that break it into parts. So 4 times 6,000, 4 times 300, 4 times 20, and 4 times 8. So if you did it that way, 4 times 6,000 is 24 with 3 zeros. 4 times 300 is 12, the 4 times 3 with 2 zeros. 4 times 20 is 8 with a 0. And 4 times 8 is 32. So that way is not so bad. And then we could just put those answers in there. 24,000 and 1,200 and 80 and 32. And then if you add them all together, and then we got our plan. All right. Well, now I got to do now I can't stop short and not do the problem. I just got to do it. So there's a 2. That's 11. It's going to make 3, a 5, and a 2. Is that what you got? Make sure whenever you think you can, pause the video, try it for yourself before I do it. You might find a mistake that I made. All right. So let's see. Now we add them to the total. 25. That's what I got. 2531. Hey, that's what I got. So did I enter something wrong? 24,000. 1,200. What did I put? Oh, I put one too many zeros. No one told me. All right. So I think you can probably do the rest of that quiz there. Now let's do quiz number 2. Okay, division. So let's divide. You know how to divide. We got the divisor on the outside, the dividend on the inside, and the number that is going to be our answer is called the quotient. So let's write those terms down. That's the divisor. And this is the dividend. dividend. Yeah, it is dividend like that. Okay, so we divide. So 4 goes into 3 no time. So I'm not going to put a 0 there. I just know that. So then I do 4 goes into 38. How many times is that? 4 goes into 38. You know what? I should make skip counting by 4s over here so that I can refer back to it. And that's going to be 28, 32, 36, 40. Up to 10, I think is good. Okay, so 4 goes into 38. So, and then what multiple is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 9. And 9 times 4 is 36. 4 goes, so then we subtract those two numbers, which is 2. Bring down the 7. And that would be 6. 4 goes into 27 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24. Subtract and we get 3. Bring down the 4. 4 goes into 34 8 times. And that would be 32. So 8 times 4 is 32. So that helps me with 2 of my steps, the division and the multiplication. And so the remainder is down there, it's 2. So 968, remainder 2. Ta-da! All right, that's long division. Okay, and so we can do the same sort of thing we did with multiplication, split these things into rectangles. And this time, instead of looking for what ends up in the rectangle, we're looking for what would be on the outside of the rectangle. So 4, and this is to get 769 divided by 4. We separate it into 400, 360, 8, and 1. I personally would not do it like this, but that's okay. It's a good way to figure out how to do this in your head. Maybe that's why I'm not so good at that. Okay, so 4 goes into 410 times. 4 goes into 360, that'd be 90. 4 goes into 8, that would be 2. 4 goes into 1, 0 times. So does that mean the remainder is 1? So then we add those together, 10 plus 90. Oh, again, I missed a 0. Wouldn't that be 100? So would it be 192 and then remainder 1? Would that be the answer? Let's see. So we got 100, we got 90, we got 2, we got 0, and so it's 192. Add them all together, remainder 1. What do we miss this time? Let's not be discouraged. Okay, we got the 100, the 90, the 2, and the H is 192. Oh, really? H is 192. Is that where's the H there? Well, let's see if we can make sense of that. Oh, okay. If you divide 7, you divide, well, that's our final answer. Okay, I see. So H is all of these added together, which is what I did. Whoopsies. So I thought H was right down here underneath C, but actually, if you look at the diagram, H is over on the right side. See, I figured out my mistake. And there we go. No problem. All right, you can figure out Kevin's mistake. You can divide. You don't need my help. We already did that. And maybe we should do this one, huh? Okay, complete the equation to solve 4,563 divided by 9. So in order to do that, we do 4,500 divided by 9 and 63 divided by 9. So you can break the number apart and divide by 9 separately. Okay, so 4,500 divided by 9 would be 500, and 63 divided by 9 would be 7. And the answer would be 507. Again, when I have to divide, I just go like this. 45, 63. And then I just do my long division. It's gotten me pretty far. So although you're learning all these ways, don't be afraid to use the way that works so that you can solve problems. That's what it's all about. But when you learn the different methods, you get a better understanding of what you're actually doing rather than just doing a step-by-step process. So don't be afraid to learn, but don't get stressed out. Fill in the blanks to complete the table. Hint, use the array to help you solve. All right, I trust you've done arrays in elementary school. So we want to know how many columns and rows we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so 8 times 9 is 72. And 72 divided by 9 is 8. Ta-da! I'll count my rows, count my columns, and I can fill in the blanks. Now, what is this one? 24 divided by what is 3? Well, I'm thinking about what times 3 is 24. That's 8. So don't forget, division and multiplication are backwards and forwards. All right, 8 times 3 is 24. 24 divided by 8 is 3, and blank equals 8 times 3, 24. So that's just a little puzzle meant to check your understanding. For a baking competition, 7 people each made 9 desserts. Which expression can we use to find the total number of desserts? So you really want to think about this in terms of, draw a picture. Don't just guess and say, I'm multiplying, I'm dividing, because you're not learning anything. And this is about learning, So what I like to do is draw a picture. We got 7 people, 1, 2. Oh, select tool. Yeah, I thought I could make it fast. All right, well, let's just draw. It's not going to go fast. 7 people of various sizes. But each one of them made 9 desserts, right? Yeah, so if we fill up all these circles, we can see that we're going to have to add, or if we just put 9, the number 9, then how many 9s are we going to have? 7. So we could add 9 7 times, or we could multiply 9 times 7. And so I figured it out by drawing the picture. And that's what I think do. All right, if you find you are separating a total into equal groups, that's division. If you find you are repeatedly adding something, that's a multiplication. Amy has 16 video games and she puts them into stacks of 4 each. See, in this one, we're taking a total 16, right? We're not drawing, and then we want to put them into stacks of 4. So separate them out into however many. And so that is division. So we're taking 16, dividing it by 4. It happens to be 4. That's just a coincidence. Use the following image to find the total number of otters. Okay, so after all that we've talked about, you can try that one. Arrays, we talked about arrays, how many rows, you could do that one. You don't need me for that. The dots, yeah, okay. You can do that. Well, that was fun. All right, now let's do the last quiz, quiz 2. The number 10 is 5 times as many as 2. Write this comparison as a multiplication equation. The number 10 equals 5 times as many as 2. 5 times 2. That's what that is. Tani's first machine could throw a car 27 meters. She studied her first machine and built a better one. Yes, she probably used math to make it better. Her second machine could throw a car 7 times as far. So what would that be? Multiplying, right? 7 times. And so that's got to be this one. Yeah, so the key word was times. Sometimes you get an easy one, right? But know your keywords for multiplication and division: product, times, quotient. Yeah. And then as you go through different word problems, have a list and keep writing those keywords so that you have a list to go back to. What statement represents the equation 36 equals 4 times 9? So 36 is 4 9 times or something like that. 36 is 4 more than 9? No. I'm reading C. 36 times? No. 4 is no. 4 times as many as 9 is 36. Yes. It's backwards from what we read, but it's same truth value. It's the same. All right. Eris is making 14 jars of honey peanut butter. He wants to use 45 milliliters of honey in each jar. He's making 14. He wants 45 in each jar. So that's one of the, he's making a lot of jars, isn't he? And how much are we going to put in each jar? I'm just going to put dot, 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 dot. 14, right? And in each jar, we want 45. And if I drew all the jars, there'd be 14 of them. So we can see 14 times 45. I hope you agree that, drawing a picture is really helpful. And you can do this one. You don't need me. All right. So there we go. Now you try, but do all those and post in the organizer.